Let me tell you something that could save you years of frustration. If you're sitting around wondering who else she's talking to, if your thoughts spiral every time you imagine her DMs full of guys, then you've already lost something more important than her. You've lost yourself. You've handed your peace, your power, and your sense of worth to a fantasy, to a game you were never supposed to play. She's gonna have options. That's just the world we live in, but not all options are equal. And the one she truly wants is never the one begging for her attention. This isn't about winning her over. This is about becoming the man who doesn't worry, because he knows he is the prize. Let's rebuild that version of you, starting now. Point 1. The man she chooses is the one who chooses himself first. A woman may have 10 men texting her, but her heart will chase the one who isn't chasing her. And that's not a trick, it's human nature. She doesn't want the man trying to prove he's the best. She wants the one who's already living like he is. And that man, he's busy, he's focused, he's not analyzing her Instagram story to decode a message that doesn't exist. You have to choose yourself first, in every area, your health, your purpose, your energy. When you become the man who doesn't need her attention to feel valuable, you stop being an option and you start being the standard. And once you're the standard, her mind doesn't wander, because there's nothing else out there that matches what you radiate. Point 2. Emotional distance creates curiosity. If she can read you like a book, she'll put you back on the shelf. But if she's unsure, if there's a little mystery, a little distance, she keeps flipping the pages. Women don't fall for what's fully known, they fall for what makes them feel, and one of the most powerful feelings? Curiosity. When she doesn't know exactly how you feel, when you're warm but not too available, present but not predictable, she can't stop thinking about you. And the more she wonders, the more she feels. So stop trying to make everything obvious. Let your silence create desire. Let your absence speak louder than your presence ever could. Point 3. Being unbothered isn't a strategy, it's a lifestyle. You can't pretend not to care, she'll see right through that. But when you genuinely live in a state where her choices don't shake your core, that's when the game changes. Because you're no longer reacting, you're responding. From calm, from power. If she doesn't reply, cool. If she flirts with someone else, fine. Because you already know, your life doesn't revolve around anyone else's validation. Being unbothered is not an act, it's a result of living so fully that your value is obvious without explanation. So don't fake it, build it, and when you do, she'll feel the difference in every interaction. She'll feel that you're not shaken because you're rooted. Point 4, the illusion of choice fades in front of real presence. She might have options, sure, but how many of those options make her feel truly seen? Not flattered, not praised, seen. You don't need to compete with other men if you offer what they can't: depth, presence, power in stillness. See, most guys are loud in their pursuit, but you say more in a glance than they do in a paragraph. You don't validate her constantly because you don't need to. When you're fully grounded in yourself, she feels it. She feels a masculine calm that most men don't have. And suddenly the other guys, they just start fading into the background, because what you offer isn't noise, it's presence, and presence is unforgettable. Point 5. The one who cares less controls the pace. This one might sting a little, but it's always true. The one who cares less controls the dynamic. That doesn't mean you're cold. It means your life comes first. It means you don't adjust your world just to keep her interested. You're not chasing, you're inviting. And invitations don't beg. They command interest. When she feels you're not in a rush to secure her, when your energy says, you're free to come or go, I'll be good either way. Now she starts thinking, what does he know that I don't? What's behind that piece? And that's when she adjusts to you, not the other way around. Point 6. A high-value man doesn't fear rejection, he filters it. Most guys try to avoid rejection, but the man she chooses, he welcomes it. Not because he wants to be rejected, but because he's filtering. You don't want just any connection, you want the right one. The one that naturally aligns with who you are. So if she pulls away, good. You don't chase, because now you know she's not it. You're not worried about the loss, because you never needed it. that mindset, that detachment from outcome, it's magnetic, because when you don't fear losing her, she starts fearing losing you. That shift, that's power, and it only happens when you filter, not cling. Point 7. She follows emotional leadership, not logic. You can't logic your way into her heart. You can't checklist your way into her loyalty, because women don't choose based on how perfect you are. They choose based on how they feel around you. Emotional leadership is when you create a space where she feels safe, challenged, intrigued, and respected all at once. It's not about being predictable. It's about being centered. You don't overreact. You don't over-explain. You lead the energy of every interaction. And when she feels that grounded energy, she relaxes into your frame. Not because you forced it, but because she senses that you're the anchor in a sea of noise. That's not logic. That's emotional gravity. So here's what I want you to remember. Her options, they're not your concern. What matters is who you are when no one's watching, how you carry yourself, what you value, and whether or not you let someone else's attention determine your worth. Be the man who doesn't chase, who doesn't beg, who doesn't fear, because the second you stop worrying about her options, you become the one she can't stop thinking about. And in a world full of noise, you'll be the one voice she can't ignore.